Then let me also come to the matter of the private members bill that I am pursuing with a number of colleagues on both sides. And I must really salute colleagues who have joined this effort. The NPP team is led by that outstanding and patriotic member of parliament, the Honorable Kweku Ajiman-Kwating. I do admire him very, very much, and I wish the NPP would listen to him more. And I'm happy to collaborate with him on this national assignment. You have the...
It's not Ajiman.
He is.
He is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's Honorable.
That's his
full name. His middle name.
Okay.
Yeah. The Honorable Kweku Ajiman-Kwating.
Okay.
Then we have the Honorable Dr. Dixon Adumaku Kisi. We have the Honorable Eves Hansen Norte. Then the Honorable Paul Aprekuchum Berima. On the NDC side, we have the Honorable Francis Xavier Sosu, the Honorable Dr. Agnes Namomo Late, and the Honorable Kwame Jujoli Gakpe joining me to...
Which constituency?
To sponsor, that's Keta.
Okay.
Keta, my mother's constituency. And the purpose of this bill, what we are calling the public...
You speak the language now?
Fluently.
I've always
Fluently. Since you started
had my way
consulting
around.
for...
I've always had my way around
Since
the
you started
language.
consulting for Ella Blue.
He has learned the language. So at least I've had some positive...
So the Public Assets Protection Bill 2024.
Do you support Real Madrid?
This bill seeks to prohibit all politicians and politically exposed persons from purchasing state assets.
State assets,
State
not
assets,
just land.
And it goes beyond land.
Okay.
Yes, state assets generally. So whether they are cars, whether they are forests, whether they are hotels, state assets generally. Because we've seen all kinds of bizarre situations in recent times where people die and you see in their will even, Ramsey sites and forests have all been willed to relatives forever. So we are saying that all politically exposed persons, and we've defined politically exposed persons.
Who are they?
We are saying that politically exposed persons include your immediate family members, your spouses, your children, parents, and siblings. Because we have seen the corruption literature across the world shows that sometimes, family members, that's why even now in asset declaration, anti-corruption crusaders across the world are saying that it shouldn't only be the public official, but his spouse, at least his nuclear family, should all declare their assets. That is the best practice now, if you go everywhere in the world, where politically exposed persons are being called to greater accountability and transparency. So we have adopted that international best practice in this private members bill. We have also defined public officials to include not only MPs and ministers. We are saying that all elected officials. We are saying that all government officials, ministers, deputy ministers, heads of government, departments and agencies. We are saying the judiciary. A lot of these, some of these unscrupulous politicians do is that when they are looting the lands, they invite people across the board, top military brass, come for some. They give them a few. Top judges, come for some. So that even if you go to court, and we've seen that in the lists which we have all intercepted. You see how all these people were invited to take lands for so cheap, below even the floor price. So the judiciary,
then you have the list.
High-ranking security officials.
You have the list. Why are you harassing the
Yeah, I believe there's more.
Yeah, but show us what you have.
Are you sure you want to see it?
Why not?
Last week, didn't you see the list that came from both sides?
Chief.
Look at
what he's asking me. Do I want to see it? I thought that is the whole purpose of this.
It's because it's not the full list.
We need to see the authentic list from...
It's not the
I'm
full list.
Samuel Kujeto's question this morning. He's asking me if I want to see it.
Yeah, because
you are seeing at the prospects.
Yeah, I don't want you to collapse where you see it.
But you are asking
what some of your colleagues have been up to. I don't want you to
and your colleagues.
You are not as young as you were 15 years ago.
What's the point? What's the point?
So
I could collapse. But if the minister comes to disclose it, it's the same thing.
There's a story of a politician who, when they went
By that time, you'll be well
when they went
prepared.
out of office, he said he went to visit one of his colleagues when they were power, and then he got to the person's house. Then they saw the person's house, and it was like, hey! I thought we were all
in this together.
You heard a story where a president went to see the house of one of his ministers and give him a slap.
Okay, I heard the first part. I didn't hear the slap part. I heard all what you said, but not the slap.
I'm also hearing the slap for the
about.
first time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the list also has factored in the high-ranking military officials, high-ranking officials of other security services, state-owned enterprise executives, CEOs, other board members, regulatory and supervisory authorities, the entities that are controlling interests, companies or organizations where these public officials hold significant ownership or control. And we are saying that all these people are totally prohibited. We also have put in place very severe sanctions where you can be fined and jailed up to 5 years if you violate this law that we are proposing. And we have also included both the sellers and the buyers. So if you knew that the person buying is politically exposed and you sold it to the person, you face same sanctions as the person who was not eligible to participate. And we are also saying that the assets will be confiscated. So you will not only face a jail term of 5 years, you will also have to forfeit the state assets back to the people of Ghana. The study we have done, it has emerged that if we remove politically exposed persons, the interest of politically exposed persons, a lot of these sales will stop by more than 80%, because the motivation to really sell these state assets. And you see, it's really sad that our generation, we are only talking about selling. Those who came before us, they acquired state lands, preserved them at land banks. They knew that we will need to carry out further development.
Those who came before them had sold us.
We will need to build more, hospitals. We will need to have more projects that will inure to the national interest, whether factories, industries, and all of that. But as for our generation, it's always sell. I don't remember the last time I saw any ministry, any minister, any public official say that, we have secured this land bank, we are preserving it, we are fencing it for future development. Even Achimota Forest, are you aware that it's back under attack now as we speak?
Yes, some CSOs are asking for a reversal of the EI that has been issued.
Yes, there's a new EI.
Yes.
And they want to hive off portions. Why?
There's a new EI.
Yes.
Saying what?
That reduces the
size. They're giving a part of this thing
reduces
out.
the size.
EI 144.
Yeah.
When was it issued?
Oh, I think last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah. I have a
EI 144.
I have a copy here. So you see, everything is under attack, and it's as if Ghana will not be a continuum. It won't exist again after this current generation of political leaders pass. As if they will die with Ghana.
Right.
So that is what we are seeking to achieve.
Okay.
There are those who have said that, why don't you even ban the sale of state assets totally? And we say that no, that will be too far. That will be too far-reaching.
Okay.
Once we are able to achieve this objective of having the Public Assets Protection Bill become law, it will solve more than 80% of all the sales.
The Public Access Protection Bill, you are protecting the land and the properties from politicians.
Yes,
but not from private people. So really, there's no protection. So what you're saying is that if you're a politician or politically exposed people, like the three of us sitting here, you cannot take part in it. But private people can take part. So where's the protection?
It says that research shows
the research
that
shows.
when politically exposed persons are not entitled to the ownership of some of these things, it reduces by about 80%. That it is their interest that drives.
That drives the sales.
I'm saying that if the sale is still open to private people, there's no protection.
It protects to a large extent because you can't really ban it totally. You know.
You mean private people? They don't want the prime lands. So if it is to protect, but you say you're excluding a class of people, well, but other people can go. Why is there protection? So if you want to protect, then look at provisions that will really restrict.
Yeah, so we are saying that this is restrictive.
No. But from my understanding,
but I mean, I'm sure that this your bill is open to modifications and additions.
Of course.
Yeah.
So any idea which is to make it better,
why not? We welcome it. Yeah.
So if it is to protect, you have to have provisions in there that really protect, not just bar some group of people. How many politicians do you have in the country? How many? 30 million. How many are politicians? Maybe 500.
They are biggest problem.
So let's put in.
Is it that you don't want any sale at all? You don't want state assets sold at all?
No, there should be criteria that will stand the test of time.
Okay. Yeah, that
look,
can be explored.
If you ask me, you see the Asylum Hospital land.
Psychiatric.
Yeah.
Psychiatric
hospital.
Yeah.
That's about 10 acres.
Yeah.
I'm sure at that time they designated as a hospital for psychiatric. It was like outskirts. You know, the city itself was Christianborg, where the ministries, and then the cantonments, the rural engineer, Usuari, and all of that.
And the proximity to Ridge.
Yes, that was the city. So that place was outskirts. Now it's in the middle of the city. You have about 10 acres of prime land sitting in the middle of the city. To my mind, we should be able to build like 400 homes for public servants because it's half a kilometer to the ministries.
Yes.
You have public servants who live at Hacho.
Yeah.
Hacho is close.
And every morning they have to drive and all of that, leading to congestion on the outskirts of the city and in the city. Now, if that prime land, you use half of it, move the hospital to a bit far off, Panta or somewhere there. And in any case, when you have that kind of condition, you need a certain serenity, not come out and then you are facing traffic. And you see it all the time, that these are people with mental issues. As soon as they get out, they are working on the main roads and so on. So, to my mind, move it to Panta or a place that is
in
more...
20 years, Panta will become like that.
Yes, but now it is not. So it will be a better location than the current location. And then use half the land to do 400 flats for public servants so that they can even have a bus that will
even
bus
the existing flats. The places where we have the existing flats.
Yeah.
Not the 3-bedroom bungalow on 1 acre.
Yeah.
Where you have the existing flats. They are being evicted.
But I'm coming to that. So
for
I'm saying,
private development.
But you see, that's what I'm saying that. So let's set the criteria in a way that ensures that public policy is being protected. You see, not just say protect, but then protection is to exclude some people. Because then the rest of the people will have a free hand.
I have one of those letters here, dated 11 July 2024, to those occupying RR flights. Notice of meeting. We present you warm compliments of the Ministry of Works and Housing. The Chief Director respectfully invites all tenants occupying the Roman Ridge flats for an emergency meeting. The meeting is scheduled as follows. Date, Tuesday, 15 July 2024. They gave them only a 4-day notice. Venue, Ministry of Works and Housing Conference Room. Time, 2 p.m. Signed by the Chief Director for Minister, Reverend Stephen Yao Osei, to all tenants.
What is the
And
purpose?
then when they went for the meeting, they told them that they have to prepare to move out.
Because
the Accra redevelopment policy has caught up with them. Their private
so
developers are taking
this makes my point. You see, so Randy, you see this letter. It's written to the tenants
Yeah.
that Accra redevelopment policy. So we are going to redevelop where you are so quit. Now, if these tenants then decide that we'll buy it, you see, no, if you are going to sell it, then we'll buy it. We'll also make an offer for it. And that's what happened in the Jacob Echevilante's case. He said, if you're going to sell it, why? I can also buy it. If he didn't buy and he left, it will be sold to somebody else. Anyway. So that is the dilemma that we face.
Right.
But anyway, let's get the list. Let's review the implementation, because that's where the devil is, and then see how we can resolve this going forward.
Okay.